And now for a taste of things to come.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another watch-along presentation brought to you by the folks here at the Simply Reliable Studios. It is I, the Renegade of Wrestling, here, joined tonight by the Canadian King of Food, Nick Ferrante. Nick, how are we doing tonight?
Oh, buddy, we are grooving and moving, and even though I'm Avatar man, we are moving. We are heading towards a dream. I have a dream.
We all have dreams, good sir, and yes, quite a few are turning into reality here as of late. So make sure you guys are locked in, are tuned in, and are following, as always, the Simply Reliable Studios at SR Studios 2024 for all the latest updates. While the Triller feed shows us a highlight of last night, let's go ahead and run through some of the others real quick. Make sure you're subscribed to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Walter is trying to get to 300 subscribers. If he can get there by SummerSlam, him and his wife will be doing the Hot Wings Challenge. He still needs roughly about 50 subs to get there. So subscribe if you're not already. Noah Foster, the Simple Man, at nfoster1916 on YouTube and the X. The sometimes host of Shenanigans when I am unavailable, and the host of Simply Predicting. Make sure you follow him there. Of course, myself, the Casa D18 Studios, Casa D18 Studio on X, no S at the end there. Make sure you're following and subscribed. Our Canadian friend, Ash, the batty one, with her New Japan speciality. Follow her at Batty for Wrestling, and then subscribe to Rangers of Wrestling for Datilla. And then make sure you follow her new venture, PC Powerbomb. That's Pop Culture Powerbomb on X. It's a whole nother thing she's starting out with. We got MLJ in the ring right now announcing the opening contest for the evening.
So I'd like to preface this by saying to the people out there, with GCW cards and especially indie cards, because I am still very much a noob, I go into these shows blind. So I have no idea what's on this card, and this should be interesting. The only one I know is Atticus and Manders. Everything else is a blur.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I like it. It's that element of surprise. It's like I don't want to know because I want to just visually see it. I don't want to have any
Okay.
preconceived notions about anybody. I just want to go in there blind and like I don't know. I find like it really gives that authentic kind of that authenticity to it. So it's like, for me, it's like I don't want to know. I just want to see it, and I want to judge it based on what I see.
Okay, I don't know who this is coming to the ring. They haven't showed a tag for him yet. But he's using El Generico's old theme song, Bouncing Souls Olay.
What a
And that's
guy.
awesome. This is an impromptu matchup, as GCW is known for doing.
Oh, and I do want to tell the audience, if you do hear me go silent, it's because I am in a remote part of the world, and service for me sucks nuts. So yeah, just so people know. So it's like, why is Nick so quiet? It's because my service sucks. It's what happens when you live in the mountains. You have to deal with.
I'm quiet right now because not all these people are getting name graphics, so I'm trying to hear what MLJ says their names are so I can actually, have like a ticker. So far, I have 3 of the 4 participants. The only one I don't have a name for is the dude that used El Generico's old theme.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch his name.
I know who this is without a name tag, Junie Underwood. The hell is this dude with a broken TV on his head? Victor Analog. Okay. All right, so I've got everybody's name except for the one dude.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. I don't know. It cut out for me, and I don't know why.
It's all good.
But this should be interesting.
Well, you know how GCW is. They love their scrambles. They love giving local talent an opportunity to shine. Based off of everybody in this match, I almost wouldn't be surprised to see Junie Underwood get the dub just because he's the only one I'm really familiar with on GCW cards.
And Junie's the guy that is with Morton's.
He's the one getting in the ring right now.
No. No. I'm saying Junie's the guy who is partners with Morton's son. No.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. He looks familiar. That's why. Here we go.
Bell sounds for the opening contest. Trio of kicks blocked. The other 3 get ready for some Germans. Roll off. Super kicks connect, taking out the other 3 individuals. Dante, Junie, and Gavin Ash now still in the ring. Dante with a waistlock on Junie Underwood. Junie trolls through the legs, pushes him into Gavin Ash. Nice quick roll up, gets a 1 count. Does Junie. Roll up there by Gavin Ash, gets a 1 count as well. Trips the legs, does Junie, gets a 1 count on. This is all going way too quick, and we have a bit of a stalemate here in the early goings. Junie
I was
with
gonna
the
say
made you look, and now some arrogant strutting and posing. Pop-up facebuster and a super kick from Junie to Dante. Here comes Gavin Ash as he struts and poses. Junie charges in on Gavin Ash. Ash goes up and over, flips through. Nice jumping kick into the corner. Roll through. The punt kick takes down Junie Underwood. Running shooting star press. Hook the leg. Gets two, does Gavin Ash. Oh no, only a one count. Looked like a two from my angle.
it looked like two.
Adam White in now, sending Gavin Ash up and over. Here comes the dude we don't know, so I'm going to be quiet, see if I can hear him say his name. Blake Cooper. Thank you, MLJ.
Got that MOJ, man. This is a very fast-paced match. I like it.
There we go.
Tis fixed.
Yes. Dante Leon thrown into the ropes by Blake Cooper, catches Blake with a super kick, and now Dante Leon taunting the crowd a little bit, charges in, Blake gets out of the way. Blake Cooper charges in, trips over his own feet, and lands face first in the middle turnbuckle pad. Dante Leon looking like something out of the Seattle grunge scene. The flannel shirt around his waist and everything. Nice swanton onto the back of Blake Cooper. And here comes Victor Analog.
Great name.
Goes in for a kick. Dante catches the leg. European uppercut. Runs into the far corner. Comes charging in, but a jumping knee from Analog takes down Dante Leon. Gavin Ashton thrown in through the ropes. Analog springboard drop kick off the middle rope. Takes out Gavin Ash. Off the ropes. Nice baseball slide through the ropes. Takes out Gavin Ash. And here comes Junie Underwood off the other side. Junie charges. Nice bicycle kick.
Ooh.
Junie springboard into a cross-body press. Both men on the outside now. Here comes Blake Cooper. I don't even know what to call that. That was a horrible flop for Blake Cooper. Definitely slipped up on the rope there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell.
Dante Leon now. A little bit of a corkscrew, a little bit better. Still a little sloppy, but this is the independent level.
Yeah, and you're not
Adam White getting up.
You're not really thinking anything of it, right? Like these guys are out there, they're cutting their teeth. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, with these slip ups, it's all good. I personally enjoy these more because you can see how you can really highlight. Oh, this is where this person needs to work on, or this is where this person needs to work on.
I'm definitely less critical of the quote unquote botches on the independent level than I am on the professional level.
Okay.
By the time you get to TNA, AEW, WWE, and even to a certain extent ROH and NXT, you shouldn't be having this many sloppy maneuvers and botches.
Yeah.
At this level, to your point, they're still cutting their teeth. They're still going to training 3 or 4 times a week, going to wrestling school, wherever their home promotion is. Like this is a WrestleMania type performance for some of them because GCW is just that major of an indie. But like I say, you're just more forgiving. It looks like we're setting up for the proverbial Tower of Doom spot here.
Oh shit.
Power bombs from Blake Cooper and Adam White to Analog and Leon. Junie Underwood perched up on the top rope. Blake Cooper with a jumping enziguri catches Junie. Adam White's got Blake Cooper on his shoulders here. Junie going to go for like a doomsday device here, blockbuster. Okay.
That's nice.
Double team move. Look for Gavin Ash in the corner, though. Perched up. Shooting star onto Adam White.
Who's the ref in the match?
I always forget his name, but it's the dude that I always say reminds me of Josh Barnett.
Mm-hmm. It must be hard for a ref to call like this kind of action. This many people.
Unless it's something they're used to, and thankfully GCW, like we said, does these scrambles often enough. Like, Analog and Underwood trading chops on the ring apron here. So I think a lot of the GCW refs are conditioned to it because, they do these like every show. But if it was like a WWE show where you don't get these type of scrambles frequently, especially ever since they did away with the cruiserweight title, like it might be a little bit harder for a Jessica Carr to officiate it. You know what I mean? And she's on the major levels. She's in a major company, but they don't do these matches that often.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you get a chamber match once a year. And even that's not a scramble because it's timed intervals. It's not everybody going at once until the last pot is opened. And by then you could have already had a couple of eliminations, so Destroyer from Gavin Ash to Adam White. Double clothesline, both men down, center of the ring. Analog and Cooper up on their respective corners. 450s from both men. Hook the legs. 2 count on both, but Junie and Dante come in to break up the respective pinfalls. What's going on, Matt? Good to see you in the chat. How's it going, Pop? Good to see you. Always love when you pop into the streams. Dante Leon and Junie Underwood now. Junie with a nice Snapdragon suplex there. Goes in for a kick. Dante Leon spins him out, gets a nice little spin kick of his own. Here comes Victor Analog. Roaring elbow of sorts. Adam White in with a psycho kick. Cooper in, ducks the clothesline. Pele kick from Blake Cooper. Shades of AJ Styles. Here comes Gavin Ash in. Wheelbarrow into a roll through. Super kick. Referee was ready to count a pinfall, but Gavin didn't go for one there. Chops from Gavin Ash to Junie Underwood here. Off the rope, clothesline, ducked underneath. Drop kick. Junie Underwood has him set up. Spins around. Nice little slam there from Junie. Taking too much time to pose.
Shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Falcon Arrow from Adam White. But again, not going for a pinfall. That's what I hate about some of these, is like everyone goes for their big spot, but then they don't even attempt for like a pinfall. Backslide, no. Flip through by Analog. Psycho knee. Analog says that's it. Sets Gavin Ash up. Brainbuster. Right into a move for Dante Leon. Goes for that Rainmaker spin kick into an elbow strike. Ooh. I don't know what to call that, but it was effective. Dante Leon gets the dub here.
Big win, big win. Good match.
What would you even call that? He double underhooked him and then just like spun him over.
in an inverted crossroads.
Here we go. We're going to get another look at it. Bam! Or whatever you want to call it effective, as Dante Leon gets a big W here at GCW Reign of Dreams. Now we're taking a look last night at Gateway to Death. Vandal 48, Atticus and Otis Cogar taking on the Cowboy Way, Tommy Shire, and the one called Manders. Of course, Atticus will be defending his title against Manders tonight. Tommy Shire going to be going one-on-one with Otis. So this match was all about trying to soften each other up for the big show tonight. Manders with that lariat to Atticus, hooked the leg, got a 3 count on Atticus ahead of the match here tonight.
Yeah, and then if you go back on to one called Manders' tweet, his arm is messed apparently.
Well, they're not called vandals for nothing here. Taking a look at the beatdown, the arm through the chair, Atticus with a little curb stomp to it. And now Otis just slamming a chair back onto the other chair that had his arm grapevine. Here's all the baby faces basically trying to chase Vandal 48 out of the ring. I like their shirts, the We the People with the American flag. Now we're taking a look at earlier today, the Cowboy Way arriving, Manders with his arm casted up.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying. Manders, he put out a tweet yesterday saying that his arm was mangled, but that he was, even though he was not cleared to wrestle and everything, he's still gonna go ahead with this match tonight. So
Well, I mean, this is his
that
brass
GCW World
ring.
Championship match is gonna be a banger.
This is his brass ring cash in. Like, he really wants to try to take the title off of Atticus.
And you know what? I can see Manders being a world champion for GCW. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? You know how, like, you see
Well,
some
yeah.
people.
He's a former WXW champion, like the same championship that Walter held out of Germany. Manders has been that champion.
Yeah.
So
And I
him
feel like he'd
being
be a great brand.
champion would not be far-fetched.
No. And he'd be a great ambassador for GCW.
But is now the time. You know, Atticus has only been champion since November. Is now the time for him to lose it with everything that the Vandals have been stringing together?
I would say yes because of the injuries to Napier and to an extent Otis, right?
But Otis is back. Like, Otis has
I
been
don't know.
wrestling all weekend. Like, Christian is out indefinitely. Otis was just banged up after that cage match with Tremont from Vegas and has since been cleared and is back wrestling. And as good as Napier is, as much as Napier adds, the majority of the heat with the Vandals is between Atticus and Otis and the whole GCW roster. So if Otis was out, I could understand it. But with Otis being back and cleared, man, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's time for Atticus to lose it. He's been doing too many good things, even as a heel with that title. I don't think it's time for him to lose it yet.
Well, we'll find out.
Got Leon Keane coming out right now to take on Jimmy Lloyd. I know absolutely nothing about Leon Keane. Local, fighting out of Des Moines, Iowa. The Boy Barbie, Leon Keane. Apologies right now, folks. If I'm a little bit quiet, I'm trying to put out our tweet.
Yeah, sorry. And then sorry about that, folks. We are multitasking while we do this. This is why the SRS Studios is the where it is at, because we don't just do one thing. We juggle all the things.
All the wrestling, damn it.
All the wrestling, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we always kind of harp back on it, but GCW is kind of where we got our start, right? And it just the things we've been doing, we're growing, We have
100%.
right because you guys, our first event that we called was what, Joey Janela's,
Yeah. Joey
right?
Janela spring break last year.
And that's where, for people who want a little bit background of us, while this match is while we're getting in this match in, um, you know, GCW is where we started, and we're slowly but surely climbing that ladder of success.
I don't know if I'd go as far as to say that GCW is where we started, because I know we had done a couple of other indie shows prior to that, mainly Mission Pro Wrestling. We had done the show where Izzy dethroned Tiffany Nieves for the Mission Pro title. I believe that was before we kind of really jumped headfirst into independent wrestling. But that show is definitely what kind of like launched the weekly, if you will, independent wrestling coverage for us. Prior to that, it was like if there was something major that we thought was about to happen, we would do the show just because we felt like it needed the coverage. Which, to the point, is why we did Spring Break 9 in the first place. Sabu's final match. That was going to be historic. And like I always say, little did we know what is actually going to be Sabu's final match, because in professional wrestling, people retire and then retire all the time. But little did we know that a couple weeks later, Sabu would pass away. But that was the whole reason we covered it, was because we wanted to cover somebody's final match. And on the same show, we covered the unmasking of Fuego del Sol, which never in our wildest dreams did we think we would, cover somebody losing their mask. So 2 huge moments on one show. And that just kind of spiraled into us covering GCW on a regular. And then House of Glory, MLW, Revolver, and even the promotions that we're going to start covering that we haven't done shows for yet, Focus Pro and Symphony. I'm looking at you, Connor. I'm looking at you, Rory. Need to get the show Blinding Lights up on IWTV so we can call it. It's not up there yet.
Yes. yes. Because apparently that show was a
And
pretty.
yes, Evan, yes, we will pull up to Focus Pro at some point. I appreciate the little comment that you put when we asked where we should pull up next.
Oh, you saw that?
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when for both of
Yes.
y'all. And
Yeah.
just like that, apparently this match is over.
That was quick.
Leon Keane with a surprise victory here. Look at this again. That jumping stunner was enough to put away Jimmy Lloyd.
Yeah. Okay. It's all right. It was.
I feel a little bit bad because we gave this match like zero coverage and calling moves and everything, partially because I was putting my tweet out and then, giving people a little bit of history on how we started doing this. I did not expect it to be that quick. Jesus.
Yeah. That was quicker than most matches we see in GCW. Could maybe have been something wrong. Maybe they had to call an audible, go straight to the finish.
Maybe.
I didn't see anything.
John Wayne Murdoch and Anakin Murphy last night from Gateway to Death. Little highlight package. Good grief. But yeah, that's kind of how we got into doing all this. And, the tweet went up. It is pinned to SR Studios 2024 right now. All the companies we've attended this year so far. Be on the lookout for us to start pulling up to more companies as, they come to cities near us. Are you going to Greektown, sir? I know there was talk about you going to the next Greektown show. Are you going to that? Oh, Nick, talking to you. Nick. Oh, Nick. Apologies again, everybody. Nick did mention that he's like remote. Tag team match.
Sorry, I am Mountainside. That's why.
Okay, looks like we're going to Unsigned and Don't Care versus Sam Stackhouse and KJ Orso. Did you hear what I was asking at all?
It cut in and out.
Are you going to Greektown?
I cannot. Do you know something I don't know there, sir?
I cannot hear what you said. You're going to have to repeat yourself. Nick. Again, apologies, everybody. Hopefully Nick will get his stuff straightened out here shortly. We usually never have this many audio problems with Nick. Hello? 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 And still losing Nick. Hello? This is irritating, guys. I apologize. There's reasons I don't do these things solo. So I'm always trying to multitask and keep the Simply Reliable Studios running. All right, and he's completely abandoned me now. Cool.
As soon as any insinuation that Gary J was a bitch, he immediately started looking at his imaginary clock. What? Anakin caught though. You're in the fight with, as I was saying, look at the hit KJ, and that dude don't say calm down, but Stackhouse using that side immediately on Anakin, now on Gary. Gary J to the outside, and KJ begins an onslaught on Anakin. That back is a mess right now. You see what they did? A nice heavy Iowa breeze to cut that back over. AJ doing everything he can, forcing that upper back into the top turnbuckle, taking that breath away from Anakin. Now AJ edges Gary on the apron back to Anakin. Well,
100% there, Safet. I love Stackhouse's one-man gang outfits ever since turning heel.
Yeah. I'm so ready to see that, but back to Anakin. The sound that Gary J made when he hit the floor. We've seen this before. It did not go great.
Right now, just pummeling the hell out of Anakin Murphy. Orso just feeding him to Stackhouse here. Stackhouse with a face buster. Orso, nice swinging neck breaker here to Anakin Murphy. Stackhouse running cross body press. Orso in for the pin attempt. Gets a 2 count. Murphy kicks out here. Anakin Murphy telling Orso that he thinks he's number one.
now, just hoping that Anakin Hurst can tap into what he brought last night. It's the top. How sweet it would be.
Thank God.
What?
Dude, I don't know what's going on with Nick's connection, but like he was here for the first couple of matches and then he started getting choppy service, getting nervous, completely disappeared on me. Oh, and now he wants to come back. Now he wants to come back. Nick, can you hear me? Nick, can you hear me? This is the part where you talk, Nick. Somebody pull his string. He's not talking.
Nick, can you hear me?
And now there's two Nicks. Do either of the Nicks hear me?
Papa, can you hear me?
Somebody shove their hand up his ass and, make him look like he's talking. Nick.
Can you guys hear me now?
God
Yeah.
damn, yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh my.
Yes. And then he leaves again. What the hell? Hello? Guys, I swear to God, we're not trying to do a comedy bit here. Nick?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
No.
Again, I swear to God, guys, we're not trying to do a bit here. Again, I feel like we're doing a huge disservice to this match because we're not calling the action. We're worried about if Nick is here or not. My thoughts exactly, Safet. Right now, Gary J in there with KJ Orso, just lighting him up in the corner. Irish whip. KJ reverses, sends Gary J into the opposite corner. Gary J up and over, holds KJ in place. Anakin Murphy charges in with the knee strike. KJ comes out, sends KJ right back into Murphy. Little double boot action, send him to the mat. Little double team action going on right now from Unsigned and Don't Care. Double boots to the back of the head by Gary J. Gets a 2 count on KJ Orso. So how are you today, Walter?
I'm doing well, and I didn't do this on purpose either with the same shirt.
God damn it. But you don't have the nifty hat, okay? That's how you know who's who. I've got the nifty hat to match.
If I'm being 100% honest, I was working. I had no shirt on, and this shirt is folded, and it was on my printer, and I just grabbed it and put it on.
I thought you were supposed to be going to some kind of festival today.
I am. I'm waiting till I get out.
What time do you get off?
5.
No, by then this should be close to being over, or at least Nick will have his shit together by then. Yes, Nick, if you hear me, I'm still expecting you to come back, asshole. That way Walter can take his leave when he needs to. Can you hear us, Nick?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, finally. For
Papa,
fuck's
can
sake.
you hear me?
Papa. This is what happens. Listen, note to the community. Do not go and move beside a mountain. It doesn't work.
Holy shit, the way Stackhouse just scooped this dude up.
The character assassination into the Rikishi driver, followed by another character assassination from KJ, gets the victory.
That was actually a really great sequence.
It was, and he did it twice. You know how much I love KJ, man. KJ's my boy. Uh, I don't know what that says about me, but why do I always love all the heels?
Dude, it's the same. I've always been a. The heels are more entertaining more often than not than the baby faces. Case in point, Hangman Adam Page.
hmm
How much better was he as a heel than as a face?
Yeah, I told you guys growing up that people made fun of one of my favorite wrestlers growing up was Rick the Model Martel. It was just something about him.
So my wife said she likes the heels because they're the morally gray men.
That's a fair shout.
Every woman, she said.
That's a fair shout. And the best villains think they're doing the right thing. That's what
hmm
makes villains compelling. Thanos was trying to save Earth by cutting some of the population so that we had more than enough resources for the other half. At its core, that's not a bad line of thinking, and it would have worked,
Right? That would have been a very, very green Earth.
right?
JJ, my wife is looking at you with side eye, saying, "What?"
Seriously, though, think about it. Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side, became Darth Vader because he
No, you
didn't want
lost
his
her.
wife to die.
You lost her.
That is good. When there's a woman involved,
It's all accurate. Like, say what
hmm
you will, but it's accurate. Anakin just wanted to save his wife from dying during childbirth.
that's fair.
hmm
That's fair.
So, honey, tell me about the morally gray men in the books you read.
Oh, shut up.
Feeling.booked on Instagram followed Nick's wife.
Who?
Who?
Me.
Listen, she hates all things wrestling, but one day you will sit and watch wrestling with us.
I have.
No.
Took me wrestling.
That's true, I did.
We have to have a wife series where like all of us have to have our significant other in the same like
Yes.
besides us, and we all have to do like a
Like a
couple
support
call.
group.
We have to do a
No.
couples
Simply
call. All of
reliable
us do a
support group.
couples call.
No.
That
It's
would
not
be
a simply
hilarious.
The wags.
the
Noah would
wags.
just have to have his case of Mountain Dew next to him instead of a person.
Well, we
No,
tried doing that a couple times. Like, I know one year we did the Women of the Simply Reliable Studios predicting WrestleMania,
uh,
but that was like a one-time thing.
I'd be like, that one has a nice costume.
And then there was a short-lived Moms on Wrestling, kind of a spin-off of the Dads on Wrestling.
yeah.
oh my god.
I'd be a dick.
Yes, you would be an absolute dick. You'd be like, this guy's face is weird, or her hair is done up wrong.
Well, if the proper amount of people subscribe to me, at least I could do the hot ones. That's enough of her being on the camera with me.
Listen, your disdain for Mercedes Monet is already documented. Don't worry. Anyways,
You know what's funny? Everyone knows how much I can't stand Mercedes. But
She's
when
like
I was at
Timu Cardi B.
right, and like Cardi B has got more curves than Mercedes. Granted, she had injections to get a lot of those curves, but she still has them.
Those are natural curves.
But so I was at Comic-Con Revolution yesterday, and they had the banner from when Mercedes was there last. Like, they always have the banners over the superstars for the meet and greets and shit. $50, and I could have bought the Mercedes Varnado banner
and no,
just to have that like souvenir. The scary thing is, if I had had the money, I probably would have done it, just because of what a keepsake that would be. Because it was during the transition. Like, she wasn't Mercedes Monet yet, and she had stopped being Sasha Banks. So it literally was her real name. Like, that's an interesting keepsake to have. There was another one for Mickey James that was signed that was more expensive because it was signed, but the Mercedes one wasn't signed, so that's why it was cheaper.
Yeah. I think we should get.
Fucking mosquito in my car.
Oh my god. We should
But
get
if I'd had
all.
the money, I probably would have walked out of there with it.
I mean, that would have been a good thing to have. But what I would have done, teriyaki. What we should do is we should get everybody's significant other on one stream, and and have them watch like the gruesomest GCW show that there is.
So Tournament of Survival,
Yep.
a complete death match
Well,
show.
and then in response, we have to watch the most bullshit that they watch, like some reality shit, and we have to do something different on our channel. Like right now,
Or
my
like the
wife's
ultimate chick flick, like The
yeah,
Notebook or something.
yeah, my wife's into Mormon wives right now. I can't. When I hear that shit on, I walk away. I walk out of the.
Oh god. Oh my
But
god.
we'd have
Walter,
to give
fuck
them
you.
we'd have to give them like the same amount of time. Like if Tournament of Survival is 3.5 hours, then we'd
Yeah,
have to sit through like 3.5 hours of Mormon wives or whatever the show is.
yeah,
Like we've got to be fair about it. You know, it can't just
yeah.
be like one episode.
What did you say, honey?
They've got the shitty end of that deal.
Why?
3 hours of trash TV.
Well, but to you guys, watching a tournament of deathmatch wrestling would probably be trash TV. So
hmm
that's where it's fair and it's trade-off, you know.
Or they can just watch 5 hours of AEW.
Of what?
So, like, that's a whole work day.
Say that again, honey.
It's like a whole work day just for one event.
Kinda, yeah.
Listen,
It's absurd.
Noah. If Noah heard you right now, he'd call you blasphemous. Anyways.
Noah would not because it's wonderful.
Nice side headlock here from Eric Cannon to Teriyaki. We do have a match going on despite the side banter, which probably is more entertaining to the folks at home, if we're being honest.
hmm
Listen, me and my wife could have like an hour podcast of us just going back and forth on random ass topics.
So why
I
don't
think I
you
might.
do it?
Right, I'm thinking about doing that with mine because we can. The way we go at it.
So why don't you do it, Nick?
Listen, there's only one podcast that matters. Okay. Wow.
Did he just trip over teriyaki?
Yeah. What the
Kinda.
fuck was that?
He spilled the sauce.
Nice series of moves and reverses here from Eric Cannon and Teriyaki.
Teriyaki really impressed. Like he's actually been one of those bright spots of a lot of different matches.
Oh, 100%. At first, I kind of didn't know what to think about him. But the more that I've seen him, the more I look forward to his matches.
Mm-hmm.
Kid's got a bright future as long as he can, like, go without getting seriously injured. Because
I
he's
think
starting to
Teriyaki.
build some momentum. So an injury at this point would just seriously derail him.
Mm-hmm.
Tornado DDT blocked by Eric Cannon. Teriyaki goes in for a clothesline, ducks, standing waistlock by Eric Cannon. Sends Teriyaki up and over. Teriyaki lands on his feet. Teriyaki ducks the clothesline. Drop kick, basement drop kick to Eric Cannon. Another one. The standing drop kick from Teriyaki drops the big man. 3 drop kicks in a row from Teriyaki. The man dubbed as the long-lost member of Bone Thugs and Harmony, Teriyaki Chicken Bone. Exploder suplex from Eric Cannon sends Teriyaki into the turnbuckle pads.
The final monster from
Yes, Exploder Suplex. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Sounds like a monster from Resident Evil blows up.
I could see that.
Right?
I could see that.
Right? When when they've had one too many bullets and they just.
Hmm.
All I know is he better start naming some moves with some puns like stir fry or something.
Okay, it's not Cappuccino Jones, okay?
I can still do it. Come on, teriyaki, the sauce. Like, come on now.
Well, but Valentina Rossi is the sauce.
Yeah.
And
I
Red
don't know.
Velvet stirs it up. Like, we can't take too many people's gimmicks here.
I guess he can tenderize his opponents then.
Okay, the tenderizer. I can see that. Nice little
Chicken
suplex
wing.
called the tenderizer.
Ooh, the chicken wing's a good one. Okay, can you not
Yeah.
hit me in the face with your elbow?
It's the chicken wing.
His match can be bangers with a side of flavor.
Walter, you're on fire right now. You're just
Well, I'd say he's in fuego, but that was the last match.
Right.
so. Walter, how was the food expo?
I haven't gone yet. I'm going in a minute.
Yeah, he's going
Oh,
after. He's on work right now, so once he gets off his shift, then he's going. Apparently, I discovered that when you were having your technical difficulties. That's why he was able to come in and save me.
listen, folks. This wouldn't be Simply Reliable Studios if one of us didn't have tech issues.
Well, look, but the shenanigans are supposed to be Saturday night, okay?
Right.
Not on Sunday afternoon.
It's a long weekend.
This is accurate. I legit came home and took like an hour and a half nap after returning the rental car. I was
Dude,
so exhausted.
I didn't even know it was a long weekend till Friday. When I was like, I'll see y'all at work on Monday. And they're like, what are you talking about? And
I
was
thought
like,
Memorial Day was next weekend. Is this Monday? Is tomorrow?
what?
Tomorrow's Victoria.
Well, no, we have Victoria Day.
Oh, I
Because
was
remember,
gonna
they're
say.
Canadian, eh?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Canadian, eh?
Queen Victoria.
Yeah, we have Queen Victoria. We have to celebrate that bitch.
I still want to see a podcast of Ash and Nick talking and then animate it like South Park so the Canadians have the flipping heads like Terrence and Phillip and everything. I just think that would be hilarious to see an animated podcast of Ash and Nick with the Canadian flapping heads like South Park and shit.
Oh, the ideas that we have.
We just don't have money for animation.
Which
That shit
is
just be
why,
funny.
to the people out there, if you'd like to sponsor the show, do so.
Right? Super
Especially
chat,
especially
PayPal.
some food companies can sponsor Nick at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember how I messaged that I did something bold and to
Mhm.
like pray? I haven't heard back yet, but I actually messaged Republic of Lucha, the lucha store ran by the Penta and Ray Fenix, the Lucha Brothers, to see if they'd like to sponsor us. Like I say, I'm waiting to hear back. Maybe I won't hear back. Maybe it'll just be like, oh, that's funny, and they just don't pay it any mind. But
Mhm.
took the shot. Why not, right?
Hey man, you seen what taking the shots got us before?
Exactly. Like I was willing to make a graphic kind of like how we have these with the Republic of Lucha logo in the bottom corner. And I told them, like, I'll have that up for every watch along we do, like basically every wrestling related stream.
Yeah.
If it's Stat Boy doing NBA, NHL, if it's UFC, whatever, then we won't have it up. But for anything that's wrestling, whether it's a watch along, shenanigans, whatever, we'll have it up for it. And when you figure
Mhm.
95% of our content is wrestling related, 2 to 3, sometimes more streams a week, and all the promotion that would be.
Mhm.
This is why I say choo choo Chugga 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 choo choo.
But it's been almost a week since I emailed about that, and I haven't heard anything. So
God damn it.
it's possible that, like I said, I probably won't hear anything.
It's okay. We have a lot of things going on. And I'm just waiting for you to give me the go ahead to start doing more things. So that's why.
I
We're good.
know,
We're good.
but we're waiting.
Exactly.
Did he?
Teriyaki gets the dub here over Eric Cannons. Look at this again.
Oh.
Springboard DDT off the top. Scored the pinfall there.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing about the indies that is so exciting is like some of these moves that they're doing that these young kids are trying to attempt. They actually they're pretty sick moves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like Teriyaki, that finisher that he has,
The
I could never do anything
downside,
like that.
the downside though, the counterpoint is that a lot of these moves take forever to set up. Like that super acid bomb that Bustah and the Brain do.
Mm-hmm.
That takes forever to set up to make sure that Alec is in position, balanced right. And it's like, okay, you expect me to believe that whoever is so worn that they're just going to sit there for 15 minutes while we get freaking posed and ready for this shit?
Oh, my girl, Vipress.
Yeah. Stapled Allison Kay in the hoo-ha with a staple gun.
And she didn't even have a baby.
That's one way to get a free piercing.
Right?
Honey, if I said I'd give you $1,000, would you get that move? Some girl hit another girl in the hoo-ha with a stapler.
Fuck no.
See? Not even for $1,000?
Fuck no.
I love how quickly she said that too. She was like, fuck no.
No.
2,000.
No.
Wow.
No.
Power driver through the glass. 1, 2, and 3.
Dude, some of the women out there nowadays, that are like the deathmatch wrestlers, you gotta give them so much credit. Like, again, like Vipress, Vixen,
Vipress is the top notch. There's no
like
she's badass.
Gabby Forza, like
Gabby is one that I'm going to reach out to for a potential interview once we get caught up here.
yes. Angel Metro, like the girls are putting in work on the independent scene.
Whoever's audio that is, you're ahead of me.
Who's the audio?
I'm muted. It's not me.
So that's probably you, Walter.
Vipress entrance?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Like Emil just said Vipress, and I heard it on yours like 3 seconds before. Vipress has just got Emil to lean like a cholo.
And
Vipress, we have to give her credit. She was an absolute standout all weekend at WrestleMania weekend.
I said she was the MVP.
Shout out to her.
100%. WrestleMania really kind of helped me earn some more respect for Vipress because I realized that while she does come off as very standoffish when I see her in person, a lot of that is just the fact that she's always in a hurry. And it's not just, rude bitch syndrome, which is what I kind of anticipated it as being. So I'm glad to know that she's a lot nicer than I initially gave her credit for. And hopefully in the future we can get Vipress on the show, especially having after having, Dr. Redacted, Jack Cartwheel, Brittany Brooks,
I'm
some of the
trying.
other people that we're going to be getting in the next few weeks and months. Hopefully we can secure Vipress and some of the other GCW talents that I really want to get, Tremont, the Cogars.
I'm really trying for Vipers.
Like with Napier being out of action for a minute, I really want to try to get Napier on the show. And if by getting him we can get the rest of the Vandals, even better. Orin Veidt versus Vipress here. Vipress, of course, is going to be in TOS in a couple of weeks. Nice side headlock takedown from Vipress. Early 1 count. Note the kinesio tape on her shoulder. Banged up from all the death matches to the point that Nick made earlier. Going for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Vipress sweeps through, sweeps the leg, goes for a pin attempt. Quick kick out. Orin Veidt trips the leg, gets a 1 count on Vipress. Nice sunset flip into the roll through. Quick pinfall attempt by Vipress, gets a 1 count. This is basically everything you would expect from like a cruiserweight lucha match in the early goings. Quick pinfall attempts, counters, reversals. Both participants trying to assert their dominance, and Orin realizing that Vipress is a tougher bitch than he probably gave her credit for.
Yeah, she definitely is a tough cookie.
She
Again.
just rolled him up like 3 times.
See, but after realizing that, you shouldn't be sitting here taunting the crowd after just a kick to the midsection, because Vipress now back up to her feet, charges in, goes for a monkey flip. Orin catches her, perches her on the top rope, but Vipress gets her boot up. Nice takedown there from Vipress. Charges in, wheelbarrow into an arm drag.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have a question for you guys since we're watching GCW.
Tope Suicida to the floor from Vipress, but Orin catches her. Now has her on her shoulders. 1 second, Nick. We'll get to that question. Let me see what Orin is going to do here.
Looks like a
Puts
Death
her
Valley
onto
driver
the
position.
ring apron. Hardest part of the ring. She just splats and then falls on the floor. And now
No
Orin
bueno.
looking under the ring for some fuckery, as Emil calls it. Go ahead. Try to get your question in real quick, Nick.
Would you guys introduce seeing like a Vipress and like some of the real cruiserweight looking guys in GCW? Would you introduce a cruiserweight title or like a featherweight title kind of thing?
No. No, because you don't want to saturate the company. One of the biggest complaints fans have about major companies are too many titles. GCW, you literally have your world title, your tag title, and your hardcore title, the ultraviolet title. 3 belts, that's it.
Yeah, you just have the woman win title.
And one of the things with Brett Lauderdale, and he said this a couple times in interviews, and the reason why there's not a women's title is because he doesn't want to isolate women into their own division. He's a firm believer that women can be world champions, like Tessa Blanchard was for Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He's a firm believer in women getting that equal opportunity that they fought for way back in the day in the women's movement, not just in wrestling, but in the real 9-to-5 workplace. So he's a firm believer in Vipress could be the GCW world champion. Why lock her down in a women's division? Why? Because she's smaller, lock her down into a featherweight division. Same thing with the Teriyaki. Look at Atticus Cogar. He's not a heavyweight by any means. He's like 185, maybe if you're lucky, 200 pounds. But I'm almost willing to bet you he's closer to like 175, 185 pounds. He is not a quote-unquote heavyweight,
Mm-mm.
but he's the champion of the world. Nick Gage, by most standards, is not a quote-unquote heavyweight. He might be a little north of 200, but I doubt he's 225, 230. Maybe 205, 210.
And that's only because muscle weighs more than fat. So when they have a
Exactly.
little muscle, they weigh a little more. Yeah.
So I say no just because, one, fans will complain there's too many titles. And two, you don't want to isolate. If somebody is that good, you don't want to lock them down into a smaller division.
Mm-mm.
Nice
I
back
could-
body from Vipress, sending Orin Veidt onto the entry ramp there, which legit looks like the back end of a U-Haul, which explains why Emil is having such a hard time walking up it when he goes back from the ring announcers. It's like a little ramp there.
I could legit see
Staple
Vipers.
done to the chest of Orin.
I could see Vipers being the ultraviolet champion because she does straight up death matches.
Oh, well, but that's not all she does. She's only
Yeah.
recently started to do that. You know, she just wanted to prove that she's a bad bitch. Right now, she's my pick to win Tournament of Survival.
Mine too. Oh my god. Chopping it after you done blade the staples in your chest. Oh!
And another staple to the chest.
I think that was the nipple, dude. I think she aimed straight for his nipple.
Another free piercing. The hands of Vipress. Let's see if she tries to give him a Prince Albert.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know what a Prince Albert is, and I'm not talking about the wrestler, I'm not going to describe it for anything less than a $20 super chat.
Don't Google it because you might have to erase your freaking browser history.
Right?
And JJ will be in depth about it of what it is.
For $20, I most definitely will get in depth. But now Orin Veidt stapling Vipress in the hip, the back, the leg, trying to slow the freight train that is La Chola down. What did you think of my answer, Nick? You asked the question, I gave my answer. What are your thoughts to my answer?
I agree. Because like you said, you know, GCW, like they don't like Atticus is not a heavyweight.
And even if you count Jersey Championship Wrestling, their sister promotion, that only adds 2 titles. Because they have a world title and they've got a tag title. So even if you count them as part of GCW, because we have seen the JCW title defended on GCW shows, that's 5 titles.
I agree in your assessment. I do. What's Orin doing?
Setting up a couple of chairs, probably going to look for a door bridge or maybe going to do the double chair spot. Nice quick side slam from Orin. Got a 2 count on Vipress.
That's the first time I saw a different colored door. Like, they usually all have the white ones. This is the regular looking door. At first, before he pulled it out, I thought it was a table missing the legs, the brown one.
Right? I thought the same thing at first, Walter. Get out of my head.
Ooh.
Orin jaw-jacking a fan there. Threatening to throw the door at him.
He's trying to that's not a door you want to walk through as a fan.
But I love how the fan just got up and was like, no.
He's going to do a double bridge, isn't he?
Probably going to do 4 chairs and then put the door across the chairs there.
Come on, you got 2 doors, make it 1 more.
Get the 3
Why, Walter? Tell us all about it.
I can't because my puns are my kryptonite.
Vipress up, charges in, gets the brakes on in front of the chair, shucks it Sabu style at Orin. Orin comes back, nice clothesline, dropping Vipress.
She Hadouken that chair to his ass.
Right? The funniest part about watching Vipress online is teasing the other girls that she wrestles and which ones she's going to make out with during her matches.
Yeah. My answer to that every time she says that is just yes.
Orin and Vipress throwing forearms back and forth. And you can tell Vipress has really come up the ranks at GCW because when we first started wrestling, she was the type of girl that would only get booked on the local loop. You know, she'd get booked on like Cali, Arizona, New Mexico, maybe Vegas, Nevada. Now she's doing Iowa, she's doing St. Louis, Missouri. She's going with them to Germany and Milan, Italy. Like they wouldn't be taking her to all these things if they didn't see something special in her. Because to the point earlier in the local talent with the scramble, like we've seen Gavin Ash before, but usually when they're only in the Midwest areas like this. We've seen Junie Underwood before, but usually only when it's in the Midwest areas like this. Like we've never seen Junie Underwood in, you know, Los Angeles. We've never seen Junie Underwood in Arizona. You know, you don't see Junie Underwood in like Florida, but you'll see him in these little loops because he's close enough that, you know, he can do the drive there in a few hours. You know what I mean? And that's how you can really tell the pecking order of GCW. Orin just chucked off the top rope into the tops of those chairs. Vipress hooks the leg, gets a 2 count.
That must fucking hurt.
Trust me when I say it does.
Bro, everything hurt. Running off the ropes hurt.
Look, everyone knows I used to wrestle. One year it was my birthday, and my buddy told me, he was like, look, ooh, Jesus, driver through the seats of one of those chairs onto Vipress by Orin. One year my buddy told me, he was like, look, either I can sock you once for every year old you are, and I want to say I was like my mid to late 20s. He's like, or Death Valley driver from Vipress to Orin through one of those doors, has him set up, another Death Valley driver through the other door. Vipress going full on Hulk here, treating Orin like his name is Loki. Stuffed pile driver, hook the leg. There is 3. Lachola gets the victory.
That's what I'm talking about.
But he was like, either I can sock you once for every year old you are. And like I said, I was either mid to late 20s. It's like, or I can crack you over the back once with this PVC piping. I took the PVC piping because I know how hard that fucker hurts. And the PVC stung, but it wore off a lot quicker than his punches would have. Especially since I still had to wrestle.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking pill. So, Vipress must be on like a 5-6 match winning streak. When do we start talking about Vipress challenging for the world title or the Ultraviolet Championship?
I'm saying it. She's a future champ. I'm telling you.
I'm saying it right now, dude. And Walter's already echoed my sentiments that she is his pick for TOS. She's my pick for TOS. She's going to win TOS and then get a shot at Tremont for the Ultraviolet title, probably at Homecoming. Which that'll be August, I think, in New Jersey. So that'll be about 2 months after TOS, but it'll give them time to build story up between her and Tremont. You know, I think that's perfect. And Tremont, I don't think this reign for Tremont is going to be as long as the last reign that he had. I think Tremont is just going to put Vipress over.
Yeah.
So that is my prediction, and you're hearing it right now, May 17th, 4:19 p.m. West Coast. Sorry, Walter, if I had held off a few more seconds, we could have said at 4:20. But Vipress is going to win TOS, and then she will be the one to dethrone Tremont for the Ultraviolent Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So who's that other guy in the ring with Tremont?
This was last night.
I'm not sure who that is, but whoever it was, they got invited to Cage of Survival.
One fall.
Tag team match. I only know of one other tag match that's supposed to be happening, and it does not have Bain and Matthews in it. So we have another impromptu match here.
We always get a couple.
Who's supposed to be fighting Bustah in the Brain?
Beardozer. Bear Bronson and Matt Tremont.
I love Emil's Bret Hart shirt.
Oh, there's Bear Bronson right there.
I can't believe this dude was kissing dude. That shit was hilarious. Look how they all carefully walked down that U-Haul thing you were talking about.
Gained so much respect for Bear during his 5-hour interview with the Game Changer World podcast this past week. If y'all missed it, go back, check that out. I already liked Bear, but after sitting down for 5 hours with John and Joe, gained even more respect for Bear.
Hell yeah.
And here comes Tremont.
Going separate ways.
So I wonder if Bustah and the Brain were pulled from this match.
Maybe.
Well, we did see them. You know what? You might be right, because we did see them at Supercard of Honor. So,
well, but that was Friday. This is Sunday. It's not like they couldn't have gotten here.
But maybe they got hurt, and that's why
they didn't wrestle.
No. I'm saying maybe they were hurt. That's why they didn't wrestle at Supercard of Honor, and maybe in turn, no.
Did you see Supercard of Honor at all?
I caught a little bit of it.
They were perfectly fine. They were just issuing a challenge. Alec was ready to go. Jordan was ready to go. Like, they looked like they could go right then and there. They were their normal Bustah and the Brain selves. I don't think they would have issued a challenge if they couldn't have fought.
Yeah.
The question is when were the ROH tapings? Did they do tapings the following day? Could they have gotten hurt yesterday? I don't think so. Like, I'm starting to wonder here because, and I don't want to speculate negatively, but Bear Bronson is a TNA contracted superstar. Bustah and the Brain are AEW contracted superstars. Was this more fuckery on that level?
Somebody pulled the big card, the big boy card.
But I wouldn't see. But I can't see. Listen, and as much it might be the bias showing. It might be whatever people want to call it. Tony doesn't have a track record of pulling talent because of that reason. So if it was
No, but Carlos Silva may have pulled Bear.
exactly,
But here's my thing. And maybe this is where it could have been Tony trying to protect his investment. I think Beardozer was going to beat Bustah in the Brain tonight because they have gotten fewer GCW shows they've actually shown up to since becoming contracted. You know, they've got to lose those belts sooner or later.
yeah.
And I think Beardozer would have been a great team to put them on. Then you've got Tremont double belted, which seems a little bit odd, considering how few belts GCW has. Bear is now tag champions at this point with 3 different partners. If they had beaten Bustah in the Brain, because the Savage Gnomes, Bear and Gabby, are champions in one company. Then Bear is tag champions in TNA with Brian Myers, and then he would be champions here with Tremont. So he'd be a 3-time tag champion with 3 different partners. So I don't know, like, definitely a little bit sus here. Shout out to Bane and Matthews for taking the ass whooping in this match.
Yeah.
Because we all know they're not going to get the dub here. I like Bane and Matthews, but they're not beating Beardozer.
Hell no.
Well, you know what? We'll know what happened because if Bustah and the Brain are having a match on this show, then it was, you know what I mean? Like if they have a show, if maybe it was the same thing that MJF and Nick Nemeth, right? But we won't know unless Bustah and the Brain, if they have a match here tonight. Now, if they don't have a match here tonight, then it's like, okay, are they hurt? What's the deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But coming off of but this is where again I don't know if this is something on where Tony did, and I'm not trying to be so like kind of. I'm not trying to come off as like it's not Tony's fault because who knows, he could have done it. But the way he was speaking at the post-show media conference at Supercard of Honor, he is very much, or it seems like he's very much being like turn the other cheek and shit like that. So I don't know.
Dude, this is dangerous. That is straight hard floor. There's no mat. There ain't shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I feel bad for Bang and Matthews because they're just taking an ass kicking.
Yeah, they're taking a banging of an ass kicking. This is what they do. Banging their floor against every part of this arena.
Bronson's bleeding.
Is he, or is that his opponent's blood on him?
No. He's bleeding from the nose.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Well, back into the ring, these boys are taking it back into the ring.
They spent more time outside of it, shit. Oof. That's like a bear trap right there.
I just put out my tweet. I just put out my tweet for this match, and I asked, what happened to Bustah and the Brain? And I tagged them and Brett Lauderdale with the question mark. So we'll see if we get some kind of response back.
We'll see.
Welcome to being on camera, Nick. Good to see you.
I told you I was coming on.
I know.
Guys, like I said, for the young generation out there, don't go move next to a mountain. Our shit sucks.
Nice running European uppercut, followed by a spear, followed by a step-up enziguri from Bane and Matthews to Bear Bronson. Great double team offense. Assisted leg drop to the back of the head of Bronson.
For a second, I thought Bear was about to pick both of them up at the same time when he bent down, but it was to take the leg drop. I mean, they're putting value and effort here.
Oh, 100%.
They rolled right into Tremont's fist. Bear trap.
Nice pop-up power bomb from Bear. Gets the 2 count.
Straight out of your mama's kitchen.
Oh, yeah, man.
About to treat them like his picnic basket over here. Let's go, Yogi. Let's go, Bear.
Shout out to the 90 of y'all watching our coverage of GCW Reign of Dreams from West Des Moines, Iowa.
So is this a tornado tag match?
There's no
I think
rules.
it's I was gonna say it's GCW. Very rarely do they actually adhere to like tag team rules. And especially when a match starts off as furious as this one did. Huge black hole slam from Bear, hooks the leg, gets 2 count.
That's how you know, because you see a tag match and then you never see the tag ropes on the turnbuckles.
Tremont on the apron, comes inside. Now Beardozer is just going to get to work on Bane and Matthews here. Like they weren't already brutalizing them.
I'm surprised they lasted this long.
Well, Bane and Matthews isn't just a jobber team. Like they've got, some history, it's not just 2 jabrones that were thrown together here.
Yeah.
They're taking a shit kicking. Jesus.
Now trending number 15 in the U.S. on X. That's awesome. We almost never see these type of things pop up on GCW. So got to make sure we bring some attention to that. Shout out to GCW, #GCW Dreams. I wonder how much of that is us tweeting it and getting it retweeted because of the watch-alongs.
Oh. Fucking Tremont. Love that guy. Ooh. Big DDT.
Bane and Matthews climbing up to the top rope here. Bear Bronson prone in position. Double coup de grace to the back of Bronson there.
Dude, these stomps are starting to become the cutters. Like everybody's got one.
Nice roll through into the spear from Bane and Matthews. Double pinfall attempt on Bear. Gets a 2 count. Tremont comes in and breaks it up. That was good. Bear could have probably very easily just powered his way out of that, but Tremont lunging in for the breakup made it seem like they were a viable threat to actually beat Beardozer. Great
But
ring psychology that needs to be pointed out there.
hell yeah, but that was definitely smart for them to both cover him.
Well, yeah, but again, like you look at the size of Bear, you look at the size
Mhm.
of these two. Bear probably could have very easily just powered his way out of it. Tremont
Mhm.
making that lunge shows that GCW treats these guys as like legitimate contenders and not just two jobbers thrown together, to my point from earlier.
Mhm. Yep, there's
Ring
our third door.
psychology. Something that's lacking a lot in modern professional wrestling. All levels. I'm not
Mhm.
singling any company out. All levels. Ring psychology. And leave it to a hardcore deathmatch company like Game Changer Wrestling to actually show some here.
Right.
Nice use of that door right to the head of Tremont. Look at the hole his head left in there.
That's crazy.
Bane and Matthews now going off after Bear Bronson, trying to double team him, but the big bear just beating the hell out of their backs.
Fucking bear clawing them.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
straps coming down. Bear means business now.
That's the universal sign.
Word on the street is that's the Nomi's favorite move when Bear removes his straps. But I
Mhm.
digress.
Strapless.
Bear's gonna chuck one of these motherfuckers.
They keep saving each other.
Yep. Step up in Seguri, rocks the big bear. And now Bane Matthews has Bronson up. Double team Death Valley driver puts Bear through the door.
Ooh.
This fucker just hulked up.
Hell yeah, he did. Super kicks. Have Bear reeling.
Defiant
The
to the
super
very end.
kick party here.
Dude, they might have him right here.
100 of you guys watching us now. Shout out.
Ooh.
Up, Tremont's up.
Uh-oh. Motherfucker just picked up the door.
Yeah, you know what they say when one door closes.
Another door opens. Bear with both Bane and Matthews on his shoulder. What are we going to do here?
He
Death
looked like
Valley
he's
driver.
setting him up for Tremont to do something off the rope.
Samoan drop. Tremont with a big splash. Goes for the pinfall. There's one. There's two. There is three. Beardozer with the W over Bane and Matthews.
And mercifully for Bane and Matthews, it's over.
Hey, but again, that fight that they took to Beardozer shows that they need to be taken seriously.
They damn sure were smart enough to isolate Bear. If I was a tag team, this is one tag team I would not want to go against. One day we'll find you. Break those chains that bind you.
Mm.
Well, I would say this team is pretty popular. So you
Yeah.
get onto a package for one called Manders.
JJ, any reply back on your tweet?
Not yet.
Bro, Brett is producing right now. I don't know, he probably not on social media. All right, the hometown man.
Well, while we get this little video package, I am going to run our watch along trailer and run to the restroom real quick. So if it comes back and I'm not here, you guys just entertain the crowd for a moment. We will be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling. And we're
All the
back.
wrestling. So I was just looking, and maybe when JJ goes back, he can kind of answer it. But it seems like all the graphics that I've seen for Ring of Dreams, it always had Beardozer on it.
Mhm.
So I mean, was Bustah in the Brain ever announced for the show?
Maybe. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, he's missing it. JJ loves this entrance.
I do. I love me some CPA. I just with Walter being the pun guy, I feel like CPA really missed the mark with using "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." Iconic song, great Canadian. Love me some Shania. Don't get me wrong, but with his gimmick being a tax guy, a CPA, using the Beatles' tax man,
Yeah.
I think would be awesome too. And it's a great iconic up-tempo rocker. Like, maybe if he turns heel, because it's all about celebrating the tax man and people hate taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So if he turns heel, maybe that would be a good heel theme to use. But if we can ever secure CPA for an interview, I'm going to ask him about that.
Mm-hmm. Who's CPA taking on?
I don't know. I missed it. Some guy that I don't know.
His name was Sanders, I think they said.
CPA is the best wrestler in the world, bar none.
I just think CPA is hilarious. Like, he's a good comedic wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt gimmick that he does is hilarious. The fact that he's got like 2 or 3 of them under the one. And here we go right now we're number 9 in the US trending. GCW Dreams has cracked the top 10. And the fact that the crowd responds to it the way they do with holy shit chants because he took a shirt off. $122 of y'all watching our coverage of independent wrestling right now. Shout out to all of you guys. We appreciate that.
Hey, JJ.
Yes, sir.
Now, I have a question because all the graphics that I saw for this show, it all had Beardozer facing Bang & Matthews. So were they always scheduled to be there, busting the brain?
You might have seen a graphic that I didn't see, because the graphic that I have is Bustah in the Brain versus Beardozer. It's possible that there was a change made and I didn't know about it, but you can see here, that's the graphic I had. So again, card subject to change. It's possible that a change was made and I was unaware of it. You also have to remember, Nick, and I not trying to give some woe is me speech. I'm not trying to talk down. I'm not trying to embarrass, but keep in mind that I'm trying to run the studio while working a normal job.
Yeah.
While going to Comic-Con yesterday and getting our brand out there to people. Like, if things are being changed and I don't know about it, there's probably a good logistical reason why I don't know about it. Because when I'm available, I'm on social media a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm usually saving graphics as they're getting announced for whatever show that we may be covering. That way I've got archives ready to go. So if a change happens and your boy ain't aware, probably a good reason. 1099 connects from CPA to Jay Fowler. One of the most devastating moves in professional wrestling. Better than the 619. Don't at me. I don't want to hear it. 1099 is better.
Yep.
Drop kick off
Yep.
the top rope from CPA takes down Jay Fowler. And
1099.
CPA is looking to rip off another one of his shirts. And we are down to the third shirt.
Dude, how long does it take this dude to get dressed?
Who cares? It's part of the gimmick, and we all love it.
Longer than it takes to fill out a 1099 form when you do your taxes, I guess.
Dude, I know he's been picked up by WWE, but give me CPA versus fucking Danhausen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would die watching that shit. Have Danhausen curse him and he can't rip his shirt off because he's cursed.
Mm-hmm.
That would be such gold.
Right.
You know, he's here, he's trying to undo his shirt, and then the curse comes and he goes and he can't rip it because he's been cursed. Like, the comedy there would be so good.
I would love it if he went heel and like really leaned into his tax gimmick, and then IRS came out with him and just took his shirt off and like gave it to him, like passed on the gimmick type thing.
Right, my pretender.
Yeah.
Death Valley Driver from CPA hooks the leg. There's two. CPA with the victory over Jay Fowler.
Guys, did you know that 1099 has probably gotten more wins than the Blue Thunderbomb?
This is accurate. This is accurate. That is a good one, Nick. I'm going to have to, next time we can get Noah on independent wrestling, we're going to have to get him with that one. The 1099 is a more effective maneuver than the Blue Thunder Bomb is. CPA clipping one of his ties onto the waistband of Jay Fowler.
Shania Twain winning at life.
Yes. And here we are taking a look at where GCW will be coming next. Next weekend, France and Italy. Early shows for us that choose to cover those. June 6th and 7th, back in Atlantic City at the Showboat for Tournament and Cage of Survival. June 13th at the Mecca in Jersey for Jersey Championship Wrestling. June 19th and 20th, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Indianapolis, Indiana, respectively. June 27th, 28th, Los Angeles, California, and Mesa, Arizona. July 11th, Hartford, Connecticut. July 18th and 19th, Dallas, Texas, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, respectively. Jury is still out as of right now if I'll be at that LA show, because I do have plans on June 13th where I've got to rent a car and everything. So I may not be able to afford it twice in the month. But we will have to see how good work is for me, because that is a 3-paycheck month. Unfortunately, the third paycheck will come on the 29th after LA. And because of the deal I made with my landlady, my rent is due on the day I moved in every month instead of the 1st. So that would be the 21st that my rent is due. So it's a matter of, do I have enough money after the 21st to go to the show on the 27th? So we will have to see if we are there for that one or not. Somebody's audio is very loud.
Damn, mine's on mute this time.
That was on mute.
I'm hearing somebody, and I know it's not me because while I'm not on mute, I'm turned down very low. And the TV is way over there in comparison. So
I can hear it too. So damn
the
sure.
only announcement so far for the LA show is Bustah and the Brain versus Butcher and the Blade. So we'll have to see if that ends up happening.
Is this Slade? Oh no, Cyclops. Oh,
Cyclope.
Cyclope.
Cyclope. Come on now. You're Hispanic. You know Lucha.
I know. That's
You
why
should
I
be able
caught
to say
myself.
it right.
Alex Colon won the 2020
and the 2019, the only TOS back-to-back winner. 3-time winner. Back-to-back-to-back.
Drew Parker won 2022. Rina Yamashita.
So we have had a female win TOS as well.
John Wayne
Vipress
Murdoch.
would be the first woman to win. And then Tremont last year, which we did cover and call. We've got a hell of a field, dude. Like, Jonathan Gresham is in this tournament. And Jonathan Gresham is a hell of a tournament wrestler, but I don't see him as a deathmatch wrestler. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in a deathmatch tournament.
This dude is the nicest dude ever.
Oh, Tommy Shire?
Yeah, remember how he cheated us? And he pretty much just standing next to us, kind of hanging out.
Yep. It's that southern hospitality that the Cowboys possess. Manders is cool people too. Like, I know we didn't really get to talk to him a whole lot in Vegas, but when I've encountered him at other GCW shows, same thing. Like the first show I went to, Homecoming LA, stood next to him, talking at him. You know, when I got my picture with him, probably had a good 5 to 10 minute conversation while we were waiting for other people to come up and buy merch and do photo ops and shit. CPA just reposted my tweet like literally 20 seconds ago. Like as soon as his match was over, he liked it and retweeted it.
Did he?
Yep.
I tagged him in something, but I ain't like post specifically about him.
Yeah, because you know how I'll put out tweets about the matches, you know, and then share the video for either your feed or my feed, alternating.
He just did mine too.
There you go.
And he liked it and reposted it, yeah.
Same.
I guess it's somebody got cleared.
He's been wrestling all weekend. I said that.
I know. You pretty much saw what he did in the event we called. I mean, he could have wrestled that match, but they did that.
Yeah, Shire's a big mofo. tall as shit. Jesus.
Yeah. He's the one who said you ain't small. I was like, yo, I don't feel as I thought I was shorter. He was like, you're not small. I was like, yeah, I fucking know that. And he was like, I meant height, dude.
Otis is another one. Cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Chopped it up with us multiple times, bumped into him playing slot machines after freaking the Juggalo show.
Oh yeah, he said his brother had all his luck.
And we were asking him, like, man, you ready for tomorrow night? Ready for that cage match against Tremont? And talked to him for like 5 or 10 minutes while he's playing slot machines,
Mhm.
170 of y'all watching our coverage right now. Huge shout out and thank you for that. Tombstone Tommy Shire, one half of the Cowboy Way, checking Otis back into the ring at this point. Nice running, spinning elbow drop from Cogar there. Still need to get me some Otis and Napier merch. Now
Yep.
trending number 6 in the U.S. is GCW Dreams. You love to see it. I've got me Vandal merch. I've got me Atticus merch. I need to get me something for Otis and something for Napier. That way I'm representing all 3 men individually and collectively. I should be getting my internet exclusive Vegas shirt in the mail the next couple of days. Got an email the other day saying it was shipped, the slot machine one.
Yeah.
And instead of like bar, 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 it's all 3 of their faces across the slot. If I had had it, I'd be wearing it tonight, but you'll probably see it on the next GCW watch long we do. Which, let me just go ahead and say, I know we're supposed to be doing live in Milan next Sunday, which I believe begins at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. But with our collaboration that day with the Hitting the Turnbuckles podcast, we may have to do it a delayed watch long once we're done with that podcast.
Mhm.
And just do it via tape delay, which sucks because we won't be able to do it live. It'll be a few hours removed, but we've already obligated to do that collaboration, and that's important in getting our brand out there to a whole new audience. So we will be still doing live in Milan. Just be on the lookout for a new time. It'll probably be 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific once we're done with that collabo.
It just won't be live. Live in Milan will not be live.
Well, and the other thing is that's the same day as Double or Nothing. So trying to squeeze it in there with Double or Nothing going on, like, thankfully we've got enough people where I know Noah will have somebody on Double or Nothing while we do the GCW, and then we can like join Double or Nothing already in broadcast. You know what I mean? So nice overhead belly to belly from Otis there. Hooks the leg, gets 2. Notice the patch on Otis's pocket is a Mickey Mouse patch.
Interesting.
Definitely something you wouldn't expect from someone as violent as a Cogar.
I mean, look at the conversation we had with Dr. Redacted.
Well, but that's different. Like, you kind of know Dr. Redacted is a dork if you meet him because you can see all his tattoos.
Yeah.
But for a dude to be wearing a sleeveless shirt, blue jeans, and for the patch on the pocket to be Mickey Mouse, when you're a guy who just lost the Ultraviolent Championship in a bloody cage match to Tremont, isn't exactly something you would expect.
Nah.
No.
All right, guys, have fun for the rest of the call. I didn't even realize the time just now.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Later.
Enjoy your food festival. Nick is on camera and looks like his coverage is good enough that it shouldn't get nervous.
No, we're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
Oh, because he left the stream, his audio got messed up, so now he's got to refresh, come back in. At least this is something we know about Nick and we've discovered with the past. But as soon as he comes back from that, everything should be good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
we're good.
Yeah, I was just explaining to the crowd that this is something we know about when it comes to Nick, is that when someone comes into or leaves the studio, his audio gets fucked up, has to go in and come out himself, reestablish. We're fine, though. So
Blame my wife.
why do we blame your wife for that one?
I don't know. Just blame her for it.
I am not going to blame your wife, okay? As of right now, she likes me. I'm not going to say something to make her not like your friends that you spend time with, okay?
She likes everybody.
Well, she really likes me because I promote Feeling Doc Booked on IG. Follow Nick's wife for what her reading choices are.
Yeah, her reading choices. Let me tell you.
She loves me because I actually shill for her. You don't even shill for her, and you're her husband.
No, she doesn't get any shills from me for her book talk.
Oh, shit. Tommy Shire just beat Otis Cogar here. Out of nowhere there. And Tommy Shire is calling for a microphone here.
Did something happen?
I don't think so. It just was a surprise victory.
No, I think something happened.
Tommy Shire saying that's 1 down, 1 to go. Who's ready to see a new world champion in the one called Manders? Interesting. I'm going to have to watch that back, see if something happened, because now we're taking a look at Atticus versus Manders going all the way back to June 5th, 2021. Atticus getting the victory over Manders there. January 17th, 2026. Atticus Manders. Manders up 2-1 in their war at this point. This was Code to the Streets. At this point, Atticus was the champion. Atticus gets the dub here to retain the title, thanks to shady interference from Effie. Most definitely is not fine.
I don't know. According to Evan, he's fine.
Brass ring ladder match. We see how one called Manders got the victory to win the brass ring.
What? So it wasn't a ladder match?
No. It was supposed to be, but there was nowhere to hang a brass ring in that venue.
Okay.
So they had to go impromptu on it.
Okay. Yeah, this was fucking dumb.
Well, that was supposed to be Manders versus Otis, but Otis wasn't cleared at that point. So Napier stepped up.
I know, but when we called it, we even said it. Oh.
And as a result, now Napier is out of action indefinitely. Adding another layer here because Atticus wants to get some revenge for his family in addition to defending the title.
Great video package. Great video package.
Dude, the people at GCW are on another level, especially as far as the indies go. I've said it time and time again. The video packages they put together, the promos Atticus puts together, could be seen on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. They are that good. Main event time here.
It's time for main event. Wait, what?
Looks like a neutron for Atticus.
But why? Atticus is the champ. Okay.
Interesting mask there.
Interesting getup. Is that really Atticus?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Okay.
Atticus is great when it comes to psychology. And I'm not just talking about in ring, but like the mind games, his promos, his outfits, everything is subtle and with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude's got a QR code on the back of his jumper. I bet you if you scanned that QR code, it would take you to like the Vandal 48 merch store, to the Atticus Cogar merch store. Because he's just that smart about shit.
Interesting. Okay.
You know, he always is dropping new merch. It's always limited. You know, you've only got X amount of time to purchase it before it gets pulled from his website, because supply and demand is a thing.
Yeah.
And he understands that. Here comes the challenger, the boss of the plains, the one called Manders.
Wonder how he's gonna wrestle in that cast.
Carefully.
Yep.
I'm not sure who that is with him, but I'm digging the Tears for Fears t-shirt, the retro Tears for Fears
I don't
shirt.
know who that is. The brother?
Maybe. Whoever it is going back up the ramp there. Not going to stay ringside. Definitely a lot of support here at the ringside area for the one called Manders.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and put out my tweet now while I can.
Yep, we got Manders walking into the ring now. We got to wonder how is he with that cast, right? He put out that tweet earlier, like I said at the beginning of the show. He was in the ER all night last night. The doctors advised him you can't go. People were telling him you can't go, but he said, "Fuck you guys." So we'll see how this works out. You got to know though that cast must be getting ripped off in this match. Fuck them up, Manders. Fuck them up.
Max Recon is his name. Going back to what you asked earlier.
Ooh, okay, cool.
We're just a couple of viewers away from 200. We just hit 200 viewers.
Come on, people. Tell your friends. Here, how about this? How about this? Do it for the cute puppy. Do it for the cute puppy. Do it for the cute puppy. Do it. Right, Nika? Do it for the dog. Do it for the pooch. Watch our show. Right. Okay. See what happens? The dog wants to be the star of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now she's like, oh, okay, she gone. Said later. Listen, there's only 4 things out of Ohio 4 good things that came out of Ohio.
Noah Foster.
And Vandal 48.
And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Got to give props to the Rock. Look, I'm going to say there's more than 4 things because Bone Thugs and Harmony. There's 5 right there because I love me some Bone Thugs. You may not be a hip-hop guy. I grew up on Bone. Okay? So that's 10 right there for me. Noah Foster, Vandal 48, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Bone Thugs. So that right there is 10. But then you've also got to factor in Rick Wild, Thane Vaughn, Jake Taylor, Roger Dorn, Willie Mays Hayes. Like, come on. Pedro Serrano? Dude, come on. Give a little something here. If you're old enough to understand the jokes, then you're welcome in the room. And if you don't understand those last names that I just listed, I don't know what to tell you, but do your homework, bro.
Google it.
Safed is saying Alexa Bliss. I didn't realize she was from Ohio. Okay, I'll give some for Alexa Bliss.
Ooh, using the cast.
Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, I believe, is originally an Ohio boy.
John Moxley.
And well.
Wow.
No. I'm not going to hate on Mox because then I'll get pegged as a tribalist. And we all know I'm not tribalistic. I like Moxley. You know, there's actually been people in the circles saying, like, if there was ever a time to bring Mox back to GCW, now is it. Dude, they're going to Cincinnati in June. Like, have Moxley on that show.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Mox versus Tremont for the Ultraviolent Championship in Cincinnati? Like, that would be huge. Hook is already on that show.
Ooh. Manders shaking his hand there. Sister, why the fuck are you counting outside the ring? Come on. No, don't do it. Uh-oh. Ooh. All right. Who's that on commentary? Who's on commentary?
I know Emil is. I'm not sure who else is. I have it turned down too much to where I can really hear it.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Because I think the guy who came out with Manders is on commentary.
Oh, okay. Pin attempt there by Cogar. Manders kicks out at 2.
What's our count at, JJ?
Atticus is
200.
going for the skewers.
Oh, already started?
Going for the
Alright.
stabby early.
Ooh, stabby. Yeah.
Getting him in the bicep and the arm instead of the forehead.
Ooh.
And now stabbing him in the cast.
I mean, what
And
would
now
stabbing
again in the shoulder. Trying to take away that lariat that is Manders' finisher. Hook of the leg. 1 count from Cogar. We are currently at 218 to answer your question, sir.
Everybody subscribe. See, it was a dog. Dog got us views. Nika, you got us the views.
Atticus with more skewers now.
Fuck it,
Again,
why not?
stabbing right in the pad. Ooh, removing the pad of Manders right above where his cast is. And getting the skewers sticking into the flesh there.
Ooh. That sucks.
Turning Manders' arm into a porcupine and then just stomping it. The skewers falling out. You can see the blood begin to pour there from Manders' arm. Atticus with more skewers now. And stabbing him into the side of his cheek and his mouth. Trying to get him to protrude through the mouth and out the cheek is Cogar. And now stabbing his shoulder again. And then a kick just sends Manders to the floor. Atticus dominant now at this point in the show. As the fans read him the riot act. And Cogar pulling an Okada. Looked like he was going to go for more skewers and pulled out the middle finger instead.
What a heel.
Super kick to the face of Manders, rocking him as Manders tried to get back to a vertical base. Atticus throws Manders back in the ring.
Heel is definitely taking a hold of this match.
Ooh, nice submission here by Atticus. Legs grapevine around the chest, arm hooked, and stabbing with some more skewers. Manders using his own boot to try to get free from Atticus. Not sure how smart that is, though, exposing his feet. Atticus trying to stab Manders in the head. Manders has Atticus in a pinning position here as Atticus keeps trying to stab. The skewers are now in the forehead of Manders. Manders sit out powerbomb onto Cogar. The skewer is still stuck into his forehead. Blood oozing.
Just sit up. Yeah. Yep. Manders is focused right now.
Manders grabbing those skewers, pulling them out of his forehead, and licking his own blood off of them. And now stabbing Atticus in the midsection with those skewers. Repeated stabs. And now inserting those same skewers that were in Manders' head into the head of Atticus. Atticus selling the hell out of it too. Look at his facials.
What's he going to get?
Manders off of the rope, off the other rope, and runs headfirst into a door chucked at his forehead.
And all of this while Atticus still has the skewers in his head.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh, look at that cut. Oh, fuck you. Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Like that cut, that's open.
Manders a bloody mess here right now. Atticus with a door.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Atticus with blood flowing down his face over his eye. Manders blood coming out of the top of his forehead. Atticus is almost looks more like war paint than anything. You know, the way that it's covering just that little bit of circumference. Whereas Manders, you can see it just ripping out of his head. Manders scoops Atticus up, charges him through the door, just chucks him.
Everybody's up.
Manders goes for the pin attempt, hooks the leg, gets two, Atticus kicks out.
Why do I feel like that boot that's on the floor is going to come into play? They have not gone for it yet.
It will. I don't even know if Atticus has noticed it yet, because once he does, he's going to go for Manders' bare foot. He'll peel that sock off and start stomping on it.
Or stabbing at it.
240 viewers right now. Shout out to all of you guys. Make sure you stay tuned at the end of this for us to shill where you can find and follow us. Oh, Manders is putting the boot back on.
Okay.
Not allowing him to be vulnerable for much longer. Manders picks Atticus up. Nice scoop slam to Cogar. Manders now. It's like he's going to go to the top rope.
Irish maneuver.
Possibly a moonsault here. Gets his bearings. Moonsault connects. hooks the leg. There's 2. Cogar kicks out.
He like barely hit that. Hit it, but he didn't really get like that arc on it, like the prettiest moonsault.
Manders rubbing his fist into the blood on the mat.
Don't do. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, please don't lick it.
Manders getting the crowd to chant "Fuck Ohio."
Sorry, Noah. Fuck Ohio. Ooh. Yeah, he's got to be like a family, either a family friend or a lifelong friend, because he keeps calling Manders Steve. Have you ever been tased before, sir?
No, I have not, and I would like to keep it that way. Manders hooks the leg of Cogar. Gets 2. Here comes Otis. Pulls referee Max Recon out of the ring. Family born game here. And here comes Tommy Shire, the equalizer, having just beat Otis. Must not be anything major that happened to Otis if he's out here for this match. Is that a cattle prod?
Yeah.
Manders charges in with the prod. Atticus out of the way. Shotgun drop kick to Manders. Atticus has the skewers now. Again into the top of the shoulder. They don't really want to stick there. Brain hemorrhage connects to Manders. But Manders is too close to the rope. There's 2. Foot on the rope. Referee counted 3, but the foot is on the rope.
They're going to restart the match.
Referee is giving the title to Atticus, and the fans are telling the ref, look, his foot is on the rope. MLJ making the official announcement.
Uh-oh, here we go. Arik. So his name was Arik.
A lot of chaos and confusion going on. Atticus looks like he's about to leave. Emil getting involved now. Emil's even saying that he saw the foot on the ropes.
But why? Oh my god. This shit fucking infuriates me.
Scarlett Donovan down there now, the other GCW official.
But if I'm Atticus, why don't I just fucking leave?
That's what Atticus is trying to say. He's like, dude, referee's decision's supposed to be final. You called it. You gave me the belt. Emil announced me. Looks like referee Max Recon is restarting the matchup.
Okay.
Max Recon is called for the bell. And Atticus grabbing this dude who uses the cattle prod onto Atticus. Manders is up. He's ripping that cast off of him. Trying to, anyways. At least trying to expose that arm. Lariat connects from Manders. Hook the leg. There's one. There's two. Cogar kicks out. If it was going to happen, that was going to be it right there.
Yeah. Eric Brave or Merrick Brave?
Atticus with a one-way trip to Dick Kick City there on Manders. And now that he's exposed his arm there trying to rip that cast off, prone, Atticus puts that door over it. Atticus has another piece of broken door. Super kick from this other guy to the door into the face of Cogar.
Merrick Brave.
And door to the midsection. Brain hemorrhage from Cogar to Merrick Brave. Manders struggling to get back up here at this point. Paying attention to his friend.
No, apparently according to MOJ, he was Merrick Brave was Manders' trainer.
Oh, okay. Atticus with the
And
cattle
mentor.
prod to the neck of Manders. And then to the midsection. Atticus picks Manders up. Brain hemorrhage connects. Hook the leg. 1, 2, 3. It is official this time. No leg on the ropes. Center of the ring pinfall attempt. Atticus Cogar once again escapes with his GCW World Heavyweight Championship.
And now you got to ask the question: what is it going to take? Who can stop Atticus Cogar? Right.
Atticus Cogar sitting crisscross applesauce on the entrance ramp. Screen goes black. I'm just holding on for a second because I didn't see the GCW logo in the lower third. Like, is this
I
the
did.
end
I
of
saw
the
it.
show? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
is this the end of the show? Is something happening? Like,
I mean, if you want to wait a little bit, I could have sworn I saw it at the lower.
I was probably paying too much attention to Atticus. But wow is indeed correct there, Safet. Hell of a matchup, hell of a show, hell of a turnout. 282 of y'all watching right now.
Yeah.
Scattered out, most of them on the X. A couple of people watching Noah's YouTube channel. Shout out to all of you. We're going to take a minute, run through where you can find and follow all of us before we get out of here. First of all, we'll come back to that one. First of all, follow Walter, Rage of Wrestling. Again, if he gets to 300 subscribers by SummerSlam, his wife and him will do the Hot Ones Challenge. He's currently at about 230-ish. So he needs about 70 more to go. So if all of you guys on X subscribe to Rage of Wrestling, if you haven't already, that'll put him over the top. Go show your love and support for Mr. Reliable, who came in earlier when Nick was having technical difficulties. The Simple Man Noah Foster, at nfoster1916 on YouTube and X. He is our standard play-by-play extraordinaire, especially for the big leagues, WWE, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor. Noah is the man whose voice you will hear on all that. The sometimes host for the Shenanigans when I am unavailable. He also does Simply Predicting. Follow me on the Casa D18 Studios brand at Casa D18 Studios on YouTube, Casa D18 Studio, no S at the end on X. Subscribe to our Canadian friend Ash at Batty for Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to Rangers of Wrestling on YouTube and follow Datilla at PC Powerbomb on the X. Trying to build that up, just started that, a new endeavor from the folks at Rangers of Wrestling. You can find Nick at Nick B. Leaf 12 on X. And make sure you tune in this coming Thursday as we will be interviewing Jack Cartwheel, WWE ID and Evolve talent. Don't want to miss out on that. Once again, want to thank all 290 plus of y'all that are tuned in watching us this evening for independent professional wrestling. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, have a good evening.